It's your host Pratik, and welcome to the Crick Zenify. I am here with the experts of the cricket lobby with Sagar, Arunish Bhai, and Naveen Bhai here. So we are going to talk about the post-match analysis of yesterday's match, which happened between the match happened between Royal Challengers Bangalore and Gujarat Titans. Many expected of analysis there from our team in the preview session. I would like to know about know with Sagar about the yesterday's match. That what was the RCB's approach? Why they failed in the Chinnaswamy again and again? What do you?
So talking about RCB, I think RCB did the same mistake which SRH and KKR did in their previous match. That is, to go with that aggressive mindset from the start. I mean that mindset is right, but sometimes you have to understand that pitch is not the same way every time. If you see that there was some kind of an extra bounce, and especially with Siraj and the way Rashid Khan they were bowling. So, I mean, there was something for bowlers, and it was important. And we saw it with GT's batting as well. Even though Hazelwood and Bhuvi were bowling good lines, you saw Sai Sudarshan, Shubman Gill, and even Joss Buttler that they were firstly looking to settle at the pitch, understand the conditions, and then play. I think firstly, it was that mistake that they didn't assess the pitch properly, the top order batsman. I think after that, the way Livingston took over, from there on, the way he batted, it was the right way that, he stood there and then he understood the pitch, and towards the end, he accelerated. Now, when it comes to why RCB is failing at Chinnaswamy, I think the main reason is, it is becoming more of an favorite ground for other teams as compared to that of RCB, because it becomes more of, if you look at Chennai, or if you look at Mumbai also, so they make pitch according to their favorism. Let's say CSK makes some kind of a spin pitch, or even if you go to Mumbai, they understand that chasing is the best there. So most of the times they look at chasing in that ground. But in terms of when it comes to Chinnaswamy, RCB has never gotten that kind of an advantage itself. So I think that is they have to understand the pitch more in a more better way is what I would say.
As you mentioned that, why I mentioned that point again, because we have also seen in WPL like their home ground for RCB, they lost four consecutive matches. RCB definitely won the first two games, one in Chepauk and one in Eden Gardens. But when they came to Chinnaswamy, their losing streaks began. I guess there is a record like they lose every one another game in Chinnaswamy. So it's a bit concern for them to worry about. I want to, as you mentioned about Livingston also, that he was the key performer from RCB. I want to know from Arunish Bhai here about how well Joss Buttler and Sai Sudarshan partnership helped Gujarat Titans to seal the match.
Yeah, first of all, talking about the approach, we all saw that in Chinnaswamy, whenever the other team bats, whenever the team that wins the toss, they always elect to bowl first because of the stature of that ground, that chasing is favorable there. But yesterday there was a different kind of pitch there, and RCB had to assess the conditions first before going hard. Did the same mistake as mentioned by Sagar Bhai, that they went too hard too early. And when the Gujarat Titans came up, the thing that they did best was that they assessed the conditions. They know what they were chasing, and Sai Sudarshan, as usual, is too consistent of a player right now. And Joss Butler as well took his time before going for big shots, and that's how they countered all the attacks of RCB, because they know that RCB has two main weapons in their armory, that is Bhuvi and Hazelwood. So they played sensibly first, and then they knew that the target wasn't much, and they encountered that, and then they went hard and also won the match comfortably with 19 balls to spare and 8 wickets in hand. And that's how, like, RCB had has to do some analysis before coming back to Chinnaswamy. As you mentioned that they have a win-loss record. Like, I want to post a stat here, right? They have lost 44 games here and won only 43. So that's not their favorable ground. And they have to play 7 games here. So they have to work it out how they want to play in this kind of ground.
Like how Arunish Bhai mentioned that Gujarat Titans comfortably chased down the target set by RCB. As we say, they are overly dependent on their top three, but I am sensing that they have the best top three in the whole IPL 2025. I want to know from Naveen Bhai about the bowling lineup of Gujarat Titans. That was the key part in yesterday's match, that the top four of RCB was taken out only on 42 runs by the Gujarat Titans bowler. A key performance by Mohammed Siraj. I want to know more about it from Naveen Bhai.
Yeah, talking about Siraj, the most improved bowler in the recent times, which I say after getting dropped from Champions Trophy, Siraj is more as an improved bowler because he's bowling up front in the Pakka test match lines. It's been eye-pleasing to watch. And talking about Phil Salt, Virat Kohli becomes so struggling to face Siraj because most of the lens are too good to face. But as I said here earlier, Phil Salt has failed to compensate what Siraj is going to bowl. You need to respect what Siraj is going to bowl the lens. That's why they're lacking experience in facing those kinds of test match bowlers. So Siraj is very, very, very well. Hats off to his bowling. And his last POTM is against the Gujarat Titans only. And his second Player of the Match award has come from he playing against RCB. So that's a strange thing happened against his ex team. So really appreciable performance from Siraj. Hats off to him. And even though if I talk about Prasidh Krishna, after getting passed for 40, 50 runs in the first match, really, Prasidh Krishna is breathing fire, man. Wow. Even though without Kagiso Rabada, Gujarat Titans uh, dominatable performance against RCB. I think RCB is more of an uh, underrated GT. I think so. That's why. Even though Phil Salt is going very aggressive against Siraj, that's really a bad cause. That's what I feel. Uh, Seriously, it's a little bit of disappointment performance from RCB. Hope they can come well in Chinnaswamy conditions. They need to read the conditions well. When you talk about Joss Buttler and Sai Sudarshan, they took time. They understand the conditions. They won't go aggressive like line slogging, but hats off to them.
Yes, like how well Naveen Bhai expressed his thoughts about uh, Gujarat Titans batters were sensibly batting and not taking much risk in the initial was, which was the mistake from the RCB batters, that they were going aggressively even after Phil Salt hitting a six out of the park to Mohammad Siraj. He was continuously trying to slog, and Mohammad Siraj was in his rhythm. As we all know that RCB players, former RCB players love to play against the RCB team when they are in any new team. So it was a, I guess there is also a stat like Mohammad Siraj had only one player of the match in Chinnaswamy, and now he's having the second in Chinnaswamy after going to another team. So leaving RCB gets the best out of that players. Sorry, guys.
The redemption of
I
Siraj
want
is
to.
loaded.
Sorry.
And most often, there's a one point which I missed. The matchup between Bhuvneshwar Kumar versus Joss Buttler. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, I think he took Joss Buttler 8 times in the 18 innings, I think so, if I'm not wrong. But Rajat Patidar missed a trick by holding just one over with Bhuvneshwar Kumar. So that's the thing which RCB lacks. And another point is before getting Rashid Khan in the previous auction, Delhi Capitals used Rashid Khan in after 10 overs, which CSK used to do Patirana getting him after 10th over. But Rashid Khan Salam, which we seen in the first match itself, it got bashed because he bowled in the power play, which is not a usual thing for Rashid Khan. He's slightly inexperienced as well. He need to took some time to bowl in the 10th or penultimate overs. So Rajat Patidar's captaincy slightly looked below par in this match, but I don't write off RCB for this first match loss. I think Bhuvneshwar Kumar will make the difference against Josh Buttler if he gets another one over to bowl against Josh Buttler. But Josh Buttler nicely takes his time. When I see Josh Butler holding on the pitch for 10 balls, 9 runs, After that 29 balls, he bashed around 60 runs, I think. And he having the highest run against RCB. Second is Mumbai Indians. He scored 535 runs against RCB after this match, which is enormous numbers. Which is sky high. Whew. Really, really well. Just the boss.
Yes, just like you explained. I want to know from Sagar and Arunesh Bhai about the certain players that were the key in the previous match. First of all, from Arunesh Bhai, I want to talk about S. Sai Kishore. How well he's been bowling, his lines, his accuracy, and his consistency. Over to you.
Yeah, talking about Sai Kishore, I think he has been the pillar of Gujarat Titans for a lot of time right now because of the simple thing, because he keeps it very simple. He just bowls too slow sometimes. He just varies the pace nicely, and that's what works for him. He bowls simple lines in length, and as he, mentioned by Sai Kishore in the post innings conference, post innings interview as well, that he just bowled it simple test line and length because the ball was sticking in the pitch, and it was helping him. With the dismissal of the Krunal Pandya, we saw how he flicked the ball and it stuck in the surface. So that was the thing that worked for him. And the main thing regarding Sai Kishore's line and lengths is that he's not afraid of the batters hitting him down the ground or anywhere in the ground. That works for him because whenever you bowl slow, then the batsman has to generate pace from his own bat, and that sometimes, and that most of the times works in the favor of the bowler, because after if after he, if even if he gets hit for a few boundaries, he'll definitely take a wicket on that ball, as Yuzvendra Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav had done for India long back when they were together. So that's what worked for him. And look at Rashid Khan. Like yesterday was a bad day for him because he went for 54 in his four overs, which got RCB to somewhat respectable total of 170. But the thing was that every other bowler from Gujarat Titans beat pacers who generated extra bounce. Prasidh Krishna basically troubled a lot of batters from RCB. He didn't pick the wickets as he would have liked, but he was the pick of the bowlers along with Mohammed Siraj yesterday in the pace bowling department for Gujarat Titans.
Yes, so many valuable points from Arunesh Bhai. I want to head to Sagar about the thing that RCB is not known for, the finishing.
Hmm.
We know that RCB has been a strong in their top four contenders. We have many big names like Chris Gayle, Shane Watson, Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers over the years, but nothing in their finishing line. I know in previous seasons we had like Dinesh Karthik, but this season, what are your takes that if first four are failing at 40 runs, still the team score has been carried to 170 plus from the valuable contributions from Liam Livingston, Jitesh Sharma, and Tim David. That too, an impressive strike rates. What are your views?
So, being an RCB fan for, for 17 years, especially yesterday's match, I was really, even though they lost, but I was really impressed because in the past so many years, it was only like either Virat has to score or ABD has to score or Chris Gayle has to score. If they do not score, then RCB's batting is done, finished. And even though Virat failed in the previous match against CSK, also he scored a run of ball 30. Yesterday's match also he got out for 7 or 8 runs. Even after that, if RCB is crossing 170. That's a great, great positive sign for them. And that is where I think they have done really well in this auction because most of them told that RCB has had one of the weakest auction. But, now by seeing the matches, we can understand that they have picked the players according to the positions that they are playing in, even for their international sides. So I think that is where RCB has done really well in forming a really good middle order for them. And I think even the approach, especially that the middle order had, if you look at Jitesh Sharma and Liam Livingstone, the partnership that they were having, on one hand, it was Jitesh Sharma who was trying to go for boundaries as well, even though he was missing out. But, still there were, it was kind of a mixed innings where he was also taking those crucial singles and doubles. And then when he knew it was in his arc, he used to go for boundaries. And secondly, Liam Livingstone, I think he was trying a lot. Uh, to score boundaries, but then it was just not coming onto his bat, and then he realized it quickly. He just built upon his innings, and then towards the end he accelerated. And I think why RCB got to at least a respectable total of 169 was because Liam Livingstone completely took out Rashid Khan from the game. Like literally, he smashed Rashid Khan so well that I think it was Will Jacks last year who did it against Gujarat Titans when he scored 100, and this year it was Liam Livingstone who scored really well against him. So if you're taking out such a world-class bowler, then I think that's a great positive sign for RCB. And Tim David just continued from where he left off against Chennai Super Kings. So he just continued with his finishing work. So yeah, great positive sign. And even with the bowling, I feel just like Sai Kishore, even Josh Hazlewood is another bowler who keeps it really, really simple. If you see, he doesn't bowl in those Yorkers or those slower ones and all. He keeps it very simple. He bowls those test match length and doesn't give too much of a room for the batsman. So I think that is the key that sometimes you do not need a lot of planning, lot of strategies and all. It's just that you have to keep it simple. And for RCB, I think going ahead, their middle order is a strong point for them. And I think they have to assess the conditions going ahead before, going with that ultra aggressive mindset.
Yes, there are lots of positives for the RCB also for going to the next match. And GT, as they have won and with their plans, they were on point. So it will be a good to see them in the next tournament. So hope we have concluded all the points in the video. Guys, do like, share, subscribe, and comment down your views below about the post-match analysis of RCB versus Gujarat Titans.